Okay, folks, this is part 3 of the Outer Worlds blind playthrough. I gotta tell you, with the game being out now, it's getting harder and harder to avoid spoilers. They're showing up as ads anytime I try to watch a YouTube video, so YouTube's off limits for me right now. Um, People having conversations at work, all kinds of stuff. I just gotta try and avoid it. Once again, it was a gym night, so no cams tonight. Simply because, I'm freshly showered and going to be going to bed shortly and really don't see the point in throwing a shirt on. So, picture that. Yeah, there you go. Now you know why no camera. Alright, so let's continue. Alright. Let's continue after the manual. Good, I'm in the right part of town. Wonder how many nasties I'm going to run into going out this way. I don't know what that was, but it's dead now. Oh, it was a leather bow. Oh, it was a boa, not a leather boa. That's kind of dumb. There's a cave over there I'm going to check out at some point. Oh, wait, he said it was... What the frig is that?
Incoming!
Primal behemoth. What? Oh, shit. Oh, jeez, there's a lot of them. Oh, shit, I fell down. And I died. There we go. So watch out for that crap. Alright, that was not fun. Okay, so we will try to avoid those entirely. Thank goodness the plants haven't tried to kill me yet. There's the marauders. Knew they had to be near a crash site somewhere. Ooh, crap. That was kind of cool. I have to admit, that made me feel a little bit bad at. Oh, I took his head clean off. Somebody took the time to put lights up in here. Fuck. Okay, and apparently mine's. Sorry about the language.
You're fast.
keep forgetting I can fast travel.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Now, before I hand this thing over, it's not going to let me open it.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Gotcha.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
That book seems a little bit more important than you let on.
There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
At least you still have your mission.
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Make him a ship hand.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Was that all part of your vicar training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field.
Are you even a vicar? Because you aren't sounding very vicarly right now.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
I don't think you're being completely honest with me about that book.
It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bokonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
Sounds good. Let's
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
go. Cool. Another follower. Gonna see if I can get the engineer to come with me too. Oh, it's got a spot for botched quests. Fun. Alright, so now we're going to deliver the message. That's the wrong door. Look, more goodies. Guess if it's outside the town proper, it's free.
Yeah, huh?
We'll talk later. Haven't noticed any kind of a stamina bar type thing as yet. Like I just seem to be able to keep running. Frickin' thing. I don't know what that condition is. Ah, concussed. Concussed myself again. Nice. Let's check out the community center. the underside of my laptop. Sell junk. Nice. What have you got in the armor category? Ooh. Ooh, geez, that's huge. That's what she said. I know, it's not as fun if I set myself up for it. Cool, so we've got marauders in here.
All together! Get past that armor!
Need to get her equipped properly too. Assault rifle. Yes, please. Oh, she's got to level up. She does not have a level up. Damn. rifle's kind of nice. Interesting. Definitely uses heavy ammo. That's gonna be rough. Wait a minute. This is the community center. This is where I'm supposed to steal meds.
Hear that? Come out and play.
Incoming! That armor! That's the last of them!
Interesting. These bastards. Fish. All right. Sneaking upstairs. Ooh, he really went down hard.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Nope. Test, test. There we are. Sorry about that, folks. Maybe marauders took her away.
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I could tell.
Any chance you could point me somewhere specific and not just out there?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Don't worry about it. I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
I'll leave you be. And that is how you win over the only person in town holding a gun. Whoa. Did not mean to steal that. That I'm going to steal out. These trees are just frickin' creepy. That's pretty.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Something you need?
We'll talk later. Maybe it wasn't her I heard.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates, and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be
Have
Adelaide.
been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Looks like you made quite a home for yourself out of here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asks that you consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert the power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
A hero to you, maybe.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Something you need?
Yeah. I have no idea what it's going to take to get her to talk. Okay. Oh, she's got like full-on lab in here. Good heavens. Chicken? Some kind of storehouse?
Keep your wits about you, friend.
My crap. Actual produce. She just teleported. Alright, I'm gonna call it a day. I shall see you folk on the flip side. Have a good night, and Godspeed.